It's America at its best. If you haven't heard about it, you're about to. And if you haven't been there, you must go. We're talking about one of the country's hottest year-round vacation spots, the phenomenal city of Branson, Missouri. There's a lot going on in this little big town set in the heart of the beautiful Ozarks. But it's not what you might imagine. So come with us now for a trip you won't soon forget. We begin with a quick tour, stopping at the Ray Stevens Theater, and visit with Ray on and off stage.
London, Paris, Rome, Hong Kong, Sydney, New York, Chicago, LA, Las Vegas, Toadsuck, Arkansas, and hey, Hyra, Georgia.
He's everywhere! He's everywhere!
Ladies and gentlemen, Ray Stevens!
I was on the road a lot of the time in those days. This was late 80s. And my show, I thought needed more production than I was able to travel with. And so I wanted to locate somewhere where I could be every night and the people could come to me. Well, it makes sense to locate in a place where the people are going to come anyway. So you don't have to draw them all by yourself. And I was in Pigeon Forge looking for a property over there when a friend of mine called me and said, "You ought to do it in Branson." And I said, "Okay, I'll come over there." And I came over here. I had worked Branson before, and I was familiar with it. But I came over, and I said, "Okay, let's do it." And built the theater and opened. I did my first show in 91, 92, 93. I was here. And it worked. It was very successful.
Likes to show off his physique.
I was on a plane. I was flying from LA back to Nashville. I was bored. I was reading their limited supply of magazines on the plane. And one of them was a news magazine. I don't know if it was Newsweek or Time, but they have little blurbs in the back, you know, little 1-inch, 2-inch columns. And they just touch on all subjects. And one was about a college student in California, took off his clothes, ran through a crowd. They called it streaking. I said, aha, there's an idea. So I got home and I started my song and I outlined it. And then I kind of stuck it in the piano bench, forgot about it. Well, first thing you know, the streaking is a big thing. I mean, it's getting a mention in all the nightly news broadcasts. And so I get my song out and I finish it up and I flesh it out. I go in the studio. By the time I get my record out, there are already like 15 or 16 other streaking records on the market because everybody was sensing that this is a big thing. Luckily, mine was the one that made it. And I attribute that to the fact that I got a head start on writing my song because I was writing the song weeks before the fad really hit mainstream. So I just got lucky on that.
Well, yes, they call him the street. Like to turn the other cheek. He's always making the news, wearing just his tennis shoes. Guess you could call him unique. Let me tell you about Ahab the Arab, the sheik of the burning sand.
It was the night before the session. I had just moved to Nashville 3 weeks earlier from Atlanta. And I had a session at 10 o'clock the next morning. I had material, but I didn't like it. So in desperation, I wrote Ahab the Arab, and I do not know where the idea came from. And I went in the studio the next morning. I said, I'm going to change one of the songs. And the producer said, okay, fine, whatever. And we cut Ahab the Arab in 45 minutes, and it came out that spring and was a big success.
Everything is beautiful in its own way. Like a starry summer night or a snow-covered winter's day.
I had just signed a new record deal, and I had just been signed to host the Andy Williams Summer Show on NBC, the summer of 1970. And I needed a song that would be a hit for my first release for the new record company. And I also wanted a song that might possibly be used as the theme song for the television show, the little summer series. And so I just chained myself to the piano, so to speak, for 3 days, until I finally hit on this song that I thought had a shot at that, you know. And the song wrote fairly quickly, but just getting the concept and the idea was. Now, I went through countless ideas until I finally hit on this one. All the hits have been good. Those were all highlights. You know, I tell you, I feel very fortunate. I've been able to make a living doing what I wanted to do all my life.
Sing it, girl.
Everything is
Everything is beautiful. Oh, it's on way under God's help.